These are 4 times officers caught something on their body cams that nobody can explain, and the more you look at the footage, the less any of it starts to make sense. Case 1. Jesus Christ Almighty. A church custodian in Fenomore, Wisconsin, picked up the phone on February 6, 2025, because a man had wandered in off the street and wouldn't go. He wasn't just loitering either. He was pushing against a locked door that led into a part of the building the public wasn't supposed to access, and he wouldn't stop asking for a priest. When the deputies rolled up, nobody expected much. Calls like this usually wrap up fast and get forgotten by morning. But the footage their body cameras picked up inside that church would end up circulating for months afterward, pulled apart frame by paranormal researchers, religious experts, and anyone with a theory about demonic possession. None of them have landed on an explanation that actually fits everything the cameras caught.
Okay.
Talk to him. Hello, sir.
Hey.
I'm Deputy Wolin to the Sheriff's Office. How are you?
I'm alright.
Okay, so what's going on today?
I just need to open this.
Okay. Well, we can't really do that. That's the church's property.
Okay.
Deputy Wolin walks over to the man. What's strange right away is how still the man is. He's parked directly in front of that restricted door, and when the deputy tells him it's off limits, he doesn't argue, doesn't move, doesn't even shift his weight. He just answers.
Okay. So how'd you end up here today?
Because I'm Jesus.
He doesn't hesitate before answering, and he doesn't smile like it's a joke. He just turns and says it flat, like a fact.
Do you have some friends around here or something? I mean, for me to help you, you have to talk to me.
Then, with no build-up at all, he throws himself backward off the platform he's standing on and hits the floor hard. He's back on his feet almost instantly, and does it again. The deputies call it in as a possible drug situation, but the footage tells a different story.
Step back. Get back. 20, can you step up? 616, can you get over here? I got more people coming. He's on something.
His eyes never lose focus, though, and he's not slurring or rambling. He's forming complete, coherent sentences the entire time, which isn't typical of someone under the influence. He tears a crucifix off the wall and turns toward one of the deputies with it in his hand. When the deputy shoves him back, he barely registers it. Blood is already running down from around his eyes from hitting the floor, and he doesn't wipe it, doesn't wince, doesn't even glance down.
No, I haven't been able to get anything out of him whatsoever.
Stay away from me.
What's going on, man?
I'm Jesus Christ Almighty.
I'm back with the sheriff.
You.
We're just trying to help you out.
Yeah, you're devil.
So he's dove a couple, 3 times.
What's that?
He's fell backwards off the thing here. He's on something. Something or other. He ripped the crucifix thing off the top of the thing there. Yeah, he just went and grabbed one of these things here and kind of came at me a little bit, but I shoved him off, and then he hopped back up there. So
Once the deputies try to restrain him, he tells them flatly that they have no power in this building and that nothing made by human hands can hold him. Then, the taser goes off. He screams, but he doesn't drop. He keeps pushing toward that door like it did nothing at all.
I'm Jesus Christ Almighty. Okay?
And what can we do?
Back up. Back up.
What can we do to help?
I'm Jesus Christ Almighty.
Okay.
Nobody else needs to die.
You are under arrest. Put your hand on your back now. Put your hand on your back now. Hands behind your back now.
Excuse me.
Put your hand
No, you're not allowed to do this in here.
Put your hand behind your
You
back.
aren't allowed to do this in here. You aren't allowed to do this in here.
Religious scholars who later reviewed the footage pointed out that this lines up with centuries-old accounts of possession, a body that keeps fighting long after any ordinary person's strength would have given out. The moment they finally get him cuffed on the ground, the screaming just stops. Face down on the church floor with blood still on his face, he goes quiet and starts singing. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Every deputy in the room stops talking.
Now.
You're gonna let me go so I can get to where I'm going, please.
Put your hands behind.
I'm ready to speak. I am here.
Where are you hurt?
I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt at all.
Well, you're bleeding besides your head. You hurt anywhere else?
No, it'll heal just fine.
What's your name?
Jesus Christ. I'm Jesus Christ Almighty!
Then, in a voice that's suddenly calm and even, he tells them something to the effect that he hadn't meant to fall backward the way he did. Nobody answers him. For the rest of the footage, he keeps telling the deputies their sins are forgiven, that he's always been there, and that they simply couldn't see him until now.
Jesus Christ is here, you're all saved. You are all saved from your sins. You are saved. And you will see me again. I will be here. Because I'm not going anywhere. I've been here all along.
Take a look at that cut on your eye, alright?
He was cleared at the hospital and booked on a disorderly conduct charge, but nothing in any report explains why that church, why that specific door, or why nowhere else in the building mattered to him. Nothing explains why the taser barely slowed him down or why he never reacted to the blood running down his own face. The room behind that door was never named publicly, and the deputies who were there have never talked about what they saw. Whatever it was that moved through him to reach that door never got in, and no one ever found out what was waiting on the other side. Case 2. The Silence That Giggled. It was the morning of August 13th, 2018, when officers were called out to a home in Frederick, Colorado. A pregnant woman and her 2 young daughters hadn't been seen or heard from, but what the responding officers' body cams picked up once they stepped inside that house is the part of this case almost nobody talks about. As part of the search, a cadaver dog is brought through the house and makes its way into Shannon's home office, heading straight for the closet without hesitation. Moments later, the body cam's microphone catches something that's never been explained. A giggle, faint but unmistakable, the sound of a child's voice, coming from inside a house that was supposed to be empty.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What in the world was that?
Wow. Something. I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
Nothing living inside that house could account for what they'd just heard, and it wasn't a coincidence that the dog had already led them to that closet before the sound ever happened. It went straight there, as if it already knew, and only after that did whatever was in that closet let out a laugh.
Yes. Yes.
Since 2022, that house has changed hands twice, and both times, the new owners didn't stay. It keeps reappearing on the market every couple of years, always listed below every comparable home on that street, almost as if the price itself is quietly saying what the listing never will. Case 3. The Voice Nobody Could Explain. It was the 7th of March, 2015, and along the riverbank in Spanish Fork, Utah, a man out fishing noticed something that didn't belong there. A car flipped completely onto its roof, tires pointed up at the sky. He dialed 911 immediately. When officers pulled up to the scene, they were bracing themselves for the worst. One body, maybe more, nothing beyond that. Nobody had warned them to listen. They hadn't even laid a hand on the vehicle yet. They didn't know for certain anyone was inside, and then they heard it. A woman's voice, unmistakably adult, coming from somewhere inside the wreck. It was clear enough that one of the responding officers spun toward the car and called back to it, telling whoever was in there that they were doing everything they could to reach them. Another officer on scene heard the exact same thing. and for a moment he assumed he was imagining it, until he quietly asked the people around him if they'd heard anything too. Every single one of them had. 4 police officers and 2 firefighters, 6 people in total, all describing the same thing. An adult woman's voice pleading for help, coming from a car that had been sitting upside down in a half-frozen river since sometime the night before.
What have you got? What have you got?
Straight down. Straight down.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping. We're coming. There, get down here and read and try and flip it. Man. Let's go, guys. Come on. Watch out, guys. Come on, keep pushing. Come on, got it. Oh, shit.
There you go.
Got it? Got it? Here, pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here. Go. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
Inside, they found 2 people, a baby girl, 18 months old, unconscious and barely clinging to life, and her mother, who had already been dead for 14 hours.
Throw up in there.
Here, go. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, sweetie. Straight in. Good, baby.
Roll over into the river.
Underwater.
Immerse the whole way.
Okay.
Here's the problem. There was no one in that car capable of making the sound they'd all heard. The mother's skull had been fractured on impact the night before. She died almost instantly. The baby was 18 months old and couldn't form words, let alone call for help. There was no living adult woman anywhere in that vehicle, and there hadn't been since roughly 10:30 the previous night. And yet one of the officers had carried on what felt like a real back and forth with whatever was calling out from that car, reassuring it, promising that help was on the way, all while the woman he believed he was speaking to had already been gone since before midnight. Some of the officers who were there later said they believed it was her mother's spirit, still lingering, still trying to make sure someone reached her daughter in time. Others simply couldn't explain what they'd heard and eventually stopped trying to. But nobody who was there disputes the basic fact of it. 6 people heard that voice, and there was no one left alive inside that car who could have made it.
Worse, her mother was found dead at the crash scene. And here's what's really eerie. Rescuers said they heard a call for help from the car.
I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child, just saying, "Help me."
Lily came through it with no brain damage at all. 4 days later, she was singing along with her grandfather, and the only person in that car who could possibly have been calling out for her had already been gone long before the fishermen ever found them. Case 4. The woman no one could find. Some buildings stay attached to a person because of who used to work inside them. In May of 2022, a paranormal investigator named Terry stepped into a mausoleum that belonged, in a sense, to her partner Josh. He'd spent years there as the night security guard, until the place finally got to be too much and he stopped going back.
What's going on, guys? Got a special treat for you. Terry's gonna be doing this solo. You guys enjoy what's about to come.
This time she was going in by herself. No investigation team, no equipment beyond a flashlight and a camera, with Josh watching her live feed from outside in the car.
Okay, so out of all I'm not gonna talk, you guys, I'm gonna be quiet. Out of all the places I have ever been to and investigated, this is the creepiest place. This place had the most feeling to it, is what I can explain to you. That's all I'm gonna say it. What the hell is this? I'm trying to remember. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now, and here we go.
She'd walked through plenty of unsettling locations before, but she'd say later that nothing compared to how this one felt. And she said it before anything had even happened, in that tone people use when part of them already regrets walking through the door.
Does that look like somebody standing there? Go straight. As you come down, I will see the chapel on my left. Okay, go straight.
The first sign something was wrong was small enough to almost dismiss. A light was on somewhere inside, and when she tracked down the switch meant to control it, that switch was already off. She paused there for a moment, turning it over in her head before deciding she'd rather not think about what it meant.
Oh, pardon my French, but mother effer. Holy this is it, you guys. It is locked. Josh, can you please, you're not helping me here. Oh my God, this is as scary as it is. Oh my God. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Can you give me a sign? Well, there is a light switch, but the switch is off.
She kept moving deeper into the building and lost her sense of direction almost immediately. The layout doubled back on itself, doors already standing open that she had no interest in touching. Somewhere further in, a woman started screaming. She called out to Josh to ask if he'd heard it too. He had. Watching her feed from outside, on a delay, he'd caught the same scream she did.
Did you hear that? I swear to God, I heard a woman's voice. Is there somebody in here? Hello? How do you feel that Josh isn't patrolling here anymore? Who's ready to head through those doors? Is anybody here? Is a little boy or girl here? Do you miss Josh not coming around? I just heard something behind me. Where do I go? Where do you want me to go, babe? This is messed up. Oh my God. Holy f***. Sorry, you guys, for my language, but if you knew how it felt. Who's in there?
At some point, she stopped narrating for the camera and started talking directly to the building itself, asking whoever or whatever was in there what it wanted. She caught light spilling from a room that should have been empty. She heard movement behind her in a hallway she'd already cleared. By the time she made it back out, she was drenched in sweat and shaking too hard to get her words out steadily.
What the hell's going on? What happened?
Yeah, the dog was barking and growling or something. It wasn't the sirens. And then I kept on the live, I kept hearing as soon as you were coming up there, I heard a woman.
Yes, me
I was hearing
too.
Screaming things.
Yes.
Saying yes. I was telling in the lights.
I didn't hear any yes, but I heard that woman screaming. The only reason I started getting huff and puff was you're like, get out of there now.
Yeah.
I thought the cops were coming.
No.
Nobody knows who that was. Nobody knows what was standing at the end of that hall or why a light was burning in a room whose switch was turned off. Josh had worked that building alone, night after night, for years. It wasn't until he watched Terry come apart in there after a single visit that he finally understood why he'd never been able to leave it behind.